Yo, yo, yo.
Between me.
Yo, yo, yo. That's sweet. Yo, yo, yo. How you doing, man? P Trading, how you doing, bro? Let me know the audio or the volume is all good. And then I would get started. Market's pretty choppy, but we'll get into it. Nice, bro. Sweet, sweet. Alright, let me just change so you'll be able to see the charts. Boom. Right, you should be able to see the charts now. Where's Euro? Alright, should be able to see charts. Let me just double check. Yeah. Alright, let's get rid of that. Right, Euro, let's go on the higher time frame. Taking it quite slow. Higher time frame on the daily. The only thing I'm seeing on the daily is we've traded lower. Okay, so this is nice price action from here. Pulls into this SIBI, pulls lower, back into this SIBI, trades lower, taking out the sell side here. So that's nice price action. Could we have got even lower? Potentially. Doesn't mean we catch the bottom here for going longs. It's going to pull back. Where's it pulling back into? There's a bearish order block here. Bearish order block. This SIBI here, this became an inversion fair value gap, like I explained yesterday. So we saw it reject from here. And even though it closed above this, what you want to do is keep an eye on the candle that makes the three candles that make the SIBI, or the fair value gap. You can get the consequent encouragement, which is the midpoint, so the middle of that candle. So you get the midpoint of that, draw that across, and look how price respected the midpoint of this here. So it's not a proper close above this fair value gap because it's still respecting this midpoint of the candle. Pulls lower, runs into bullish order block and a BISI. It is then traded up and now acted as an inversion fair value gap, so support. So once it pulls away, pulls back, it's offered buy side and sell side, acts as support, trading up higher. Where it could potentially go, could go to this buy side here. Maybe just wanted to run back into this bearish order block. But now price is trading is in a range from pretty much this high to this low here. It's been ranging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So this is the 6th day. This wick here, this massive wick, if you get that consequent encouragement, which is the midpoint again, draw that across. Wicks act as gaps in the market. So the algorithm is going to come back to the wicks and act as gaps. So this is acting as resistance at the minute. Potentially, if we see a closure above this wick, the consequent encouragement, we could see this buy side and potentially get ran through. And if it keeps going, then run through here. But at the minute, I'm sort of neutral. I don't see it going. I don't see like a clear side of it running lower or clear side of it running higher. So once it's like this, you just have to sit on your hands and just let the market show you its hand. If you look on the dollar, so the dollar index, which correlates to the euro, similar thing. So we ran into this buy side here, ran into the CIBI. Did we even get to the consequent encouragement of it? We couldn't even get to the consequent encouragement of it, which shows that potentially it's weak, which means euro long. So it's pulled lower. This is a BISI here. It's tapped into the BISI, pulled away, broken lower, and if this acts as an inversion fair value gap here, if this acts as an inversion fair value gap, then we'll be seeing shorts, so down to this sell side here and this sell side down here. So that's what I'm looking for. This is a bullish order block here. Again, this is the wick that made the fair value gap. So even though it has closed below this BISI, it's still supporting the midpoint of this. So once I see it closure below this consequent encouragement here, then we see it potentially running from this sell side and this sell side. So just got to be patient. That's why price is just being really choppy. There was a setup I saw. I didn't take it because, again, I was neutral. I was more bearish actually on euro than bullish. I will show you guys right now. So look on the daily quickly, just to find some levels. If we're looking for, the main thing to do is think of it as like buy side of the curve, sell side of the curve. So price is running, so this is bullish, and it was back into this buy side and a weekly CIBI, I'm pretty sure. But just picture this as a sell side of the curve here, or buy side of the curve, sorry. So all this is buy side of the curve. So this helps me quite a lot. So buy side of the curve here, and this is sell side of the curve. So sell side of the curve, you can use the buy side PD arrays as sell side, sort of as their PD arrays. So you can use it as their inversion. So if we draw this across here, this BISI, price is bounced off it here and then pulled into an inversion. So it's bounced off it, pulled lower, acted as an inversion fair value gap. So if we draw that across, it's still acting as an inversion fair value gap. So it was a BISI acting as a CIBI now. So that's why I drew that across. However, it has already taken sell side here. So once it acted as an inversion, it ran lower, took out this low here. So it took out that low. Now it's pulling back up, potentially, as I said, into this bearish order block, sorry. So this is the setup that I saw. So that's why I drew this across. You go into, I think it's the 5 minute. So if you was looking for longs, and if I was looking for longs on the high time frame, I would have took this trade. But yeah, we see there's a low printed here, and there's a high, then a lower low. So low, high, lower low. It takes one low, takes two lows. So for bullish breaker, for it to be quite powerful, it would take two lows. So there's one low, there's two lows. So it's dropped lower and then ran higher. So this was manipulation to go lower. Ran higher, took out this high. So once it takes out this high, then this becomes a bullish breaker. Draw that across. Is there a fair value gap that lines up with this bullish breaker? There is here. So your entry would have been at this low of the breaker or the high of the fair value gap. It also lines up perfectly with that CIBI, with the BISI, sorry. Over here, the lower that. So that's the things you want to be looking for. So on the lower time frame, 5 minute, is on the daily BISI, is acting as support here. So you can see it multiple times acting as support. Drop lower, so it took out sell side. So people who have gone long here have now been taken out, and then it's tapped into the fair value gap and this bullish breaker, and now is running to take out people who are shorted from here. So let me just remove it all just to keep it clear for you. So this is, let's put that green. So fair value gap, bullish breaker. If you were short from here, where would you be trading your stops? So trading your stops here, trading your stops there, and here. So that would potentially be, I wouldn't take partials here, but I'll take partials there, there, and my next draw liquidity would be up here for my final target. So that's the trade setup that I saw today. However, I wasn't bullish, I was neutral. But that's the sort of things that I would trade, and that's the things you want to be looking for. So if we're bullish for the short term, or for this run, let's just take read and just go into the 1 minute. That's not, my keyboard's not working. Go to the 1 minute and see if price wants to run into this buy side here. So let's have a look on 1 minute. Pulled lower. Why is it pulled lower? Fair value gap here. Bullish order block here. Just wanted to tap into that. What else? This is left open, so a breakaway gap here. So if this keeps leaving open, then price wants to just, it's sort of like, if that gets left open, it shows that it's bullish, so it's going to run into it even more quicker. The Chicago PMI pushed price further. Pushed which one, dollar or euro? It pushed dollar lower. Also as well, let me try and connect my keyboard back up again. If we look on the 5 minute or the 15, this weekly opening gap was on the 5th of February. So a long time ago. Over here, look how price is respecting this area. So it respects it multiple times here. So that's why I've kept it on. And now look what price has done here. Price has broken below, ran back into the weekly opening gap, taken out buy side before running lower. So that's just another indication. Once price starts trading away from this, here, high, low, high, lower, low, breaker, consequent encouragement of the weekly opening gap, fair value gap, beautiful entry here, for it to then trade lower. Target, sell side here, which it has done, and then it's pulled up a little bit higher here, bearish order block to continue lower, where it wants to keep going, potentially down here from the next draw liquidity. Just going to quickly close my door. So yeah, that could potentially be where dollar wants to be running to next, meaning euro was going to keep running higher back into here. So if this is the draw liquidity up here, you draw from the push to the high to the draw liquidity, find your premium discount. Anywhere in this pink area is a discount, so that's where you want to be buying. Anywhere in the green is where it's just a lower probability and you shouldn't be looking for buys there. Doesn't mean you should be looking for sales, it just means you should just be sitting out the market. So yeah, let's see what price does now. Nearly 10 AM, so silver bullet, 10 AM to 11 AM. How's your guys' trading week been though? It's definitely been really slow, January and February, for euro anyway. But ICT Student did actually warn us of that, so hence why he's been trading futures for a long time. So not much fair value gap here, so market is being balanced here. So it's just been going up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's not really any reason for price to want to just come back into this. If it breaks lower here, if it breaks this low, then it probably end up wanting to come back to rebalance this. Trading into this bullish order block at the minute. GU, let's have a look at GU. Equal highs here. Look at that equal highs, too neat. Price wants to take that out there, which it has just done now. Euro is expanding up to the upside on this bullish order block here. Get the mean threshold, which is the midpoint. I'd actually just go from the open and close. Open and close mean threshold, doesn't even get to the mean threshold, and there's now already taken out that high here. So that been, if I was long from down here, then that would have been my target, full target taken profit. Next draw on liquidity, if you want to keep running higher, is that buy side here. There's not much inefficiency really. So just going to keep an eye on the midpoint of that candle here. So where price is just tapped into now is the midpoint of the wick. So definitely got to be careful. Wouldn't be buying anything here just because it could reject like it has rejected multiple times. Or it could just start trading sideways like it has now here. So potentially expect slowness now of euro. Did that make sense though, guys? For why I would have gone long down here. Let me know if you guys understood that. If not, I'll go through it again. Looking on the 1 minute. You see, this is what I see here. So it made a low, a high, a lower low. So this is all manipulation. Makes a higher high. So this candle here becomes bullish breaker, not this candle, because this candle closed higher than that candle. Draw it across. Inside this breaker is a fair value gap. Yes, here. Fair value gap. Make sure that you don't put your stop below here. You have to put your stop below the breaker. Where would I put my stop here? Probably put it, this is a bullish order block here. I would probably just put it at the low of this bullish order block, because price potentially wants to tap into this, which it has done, I'm pretty sure. Here, has done by that candle there, and then run higher. So, but yeah, let me know if that makes sense, guys. Look how price isn't closing above this, the white line, which is the consequent encouragement of the daily wick. Could expect choppiness potentially now. Could potentially expect choppiness. Dollar has ran through that sell side. So next target, not much inefficiency here. So that be down here. Just keep an eye on, got good encouragement that wick. So this wick, remember all wicks are gaps. So potentially could bounce from there. Has closed below it, but we'll see. Take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ just running higher. Take a look at the daily of NASDAQ. This BISI. So this BISI here, fair value gap, bar side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It's pulled lower back into the midpoint. People have bought this. So they've had stops below there. Prices ran through the stops, back into the midpoint, before running higher, taking out everyone who's just sold from this movement. So, and it's also taken out that as well, which is Monday's high. Is it high of the week? Yeah, high of the week, I think. Just made a new high. Yeah. So new weekly high so far. Is it going to expand back into and take out that potentially? Yeah, let's just watch Euro. See what happens. We could expect choppiness, like I said. But yeah. Let's see. If we're seeing this is buy side of the curve, let's see if we can see a sell side of the curve form. So people potentially think this is resistance here. So potentially draw like that. Think this is resistance. So people have sold this already. They're trying to catch the top. I think price is still going to just take them out before making the run lower. And then they'll be scared to get back in short, and then the market may run lower. Potentially. We shall see. It's trading in this BISI at the minute now. But yeah, people are selling this here. These three candles, that's a propulsion block. A propulsion block is an odd block on top of an odd block. You don't want to see the mean threshold get closed below it. So this white line, don't want to see that get closed. If it gets closed, then it's just a strong sign of a reversal and price could potentially fall through. So if you're still long here, those are the things I'll be looking forward to. If I see that close below that, then if I had any other position left open, I'd close. But yeah, how has your trading week been, guys? Hope it's been well. Definitely got to keep the risk tight, as if you're trading euro anyway, or currencies in general, then it's definitely been choppy. So just got to make sure this is a time where people are going to lose accounts, get really frustrated. So just got to make sure keep that risk tight. But yeah, if you guys want me to go through that trade that I showed you before, let me know in the chat. I'll explain it again. There's a few new or more viewers, sorry. So if they want to see the trade setup, I'll show them. Yeah, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So you can do 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then I think is it 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. or is it 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.? Yo, how you doing, Sam? Right, yeah, I'll show you the setup. Cool. I'll go through again. Looking on the daily, and then so this is the buy side of the curve, sell side of the curve. This, where is it? You potentially draw this one here, but I had this one drawn out. This BISI. If I was still bearish, then I would like to see this act as an inversion fair value gap. So I'll draw that across. But at the minute it's acting as a BISI now. So we had news coming out at 8:30 a.m. This is acting as support here. So if we're looking for longs, if you was bullish, then this has been just a nice setup. If I was bullish, I would have taken this like 100%. So we had sell side down here. News coming out at 8:30. Price is running lower here. People who've bought this back up have now been taken out. So they're not going to get back into the market. If you trade breakers, then if the manipulation, so like the fake run takes two high or lows, then it's just means it's a powerful breaker. So there's one low here, and there's another low. So there's two lows. So two lows. So it makes a low, high, lower low. Breaks one low, breaks two lows. In fact, it also breaks that big low there as well. So that makes it even more of a powerful breaker. So low, high, lower low, takes out these lows, it's the sell side, immediately runs up higher. Takes out this candle here, this high. So as soon as it takes out this high, then this candle becomes a breaker. Draw this across. I'm just going to delete this. Keep an eye on this here. So that daily BISI, look at the low of the daily BISI. It's shown as support, which is another thing that would tick, like just being another confluence. So this shows as support if you was looking for longs. So it's at the low of the daily BISI. Is at this, it's taken out sell side here. It's market structure shift with the breaker. It's in a fair value gap as well. So breaker, fair value gap. So that'll be your entry. This is on the 5 minute anyway. You can also go down to a 1 minute. So entry here would literally just be this candle here. Stops, just literally below. Target, potentially, I'll say take profit, take partials here, take partials there, and final take profit was there. So where price is pulling back, it's lower now. So that had been my targets. Again, if you're looking for sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve, just delete this. So here, low risk buy, first stage accumulation, second stage of reaccumulation to run high. This here acts as a SIBI. So SIBI pulled lower, is now broken above, acts as an inversion fair value gap. So it's acted as support. So once resistance, now support. Again, you could do the same thing here. Once was resistance, broken above, now support. So those are just the confluences you want to see. We go on to the 1 minute, if you want to just narrow down your entry. So runs higher, lower, so this is all manipulation. So it makes a high, low, low, runs higher. Once it breaks this candle here, then this becomes a breaker. Once it takes out that high. So this becomes a breaker. This candle doesn't become a breaker because this candle closed higher than that candle. So that's why I wouldn't class that as a breaker. This is a breaker. Inside this breaker is a fair value gap. You can either just enter on the breaker, but I just like entering inside a fair value gap. Yes, there's a fair value gap here. Where would you put your stops? Stops, so entry would be there. Stops would be, has to be below the breaker. And then there's this bullish order block here. I'll just put it below that candle. So even below the candle, that'd be, or you could put the mean threshold anywhere like that. Price does tap into the bullish order block here, which is by T, before running higher. And you use the news volatility as well as a driver. So once price runs with the news, pulls lower, where does it pull to? Bullish order block here, and then continues running higher for the final take profit. So that's that long for today. Again, I'm still neutral on the higher time frames. So yeah, if that made sense, let me know, guys. If I went too fast, let me know. But yeah. So price is closed below mean threshold, so potentially means a reversal happening. We go on 5. It wants to pull back into a discount, so low, high. Where's a discounted array? So sell side. There's not really much inefficiency here, so I'll just say the sell side here. Even let's go 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Here, so 2 minutes, the sell side here, the sell side here, and this inefficiency here. So that potentially, if you were looking to go short, that could be just a low fruit, a low hanging fruit. So let's see now. So buy side of the curve, if it's going to make sell side of the curve, this is going to act as an inversion fair value gap now. So once start trading lower, I want to see this start acting as an inversion fair value gap. So sell side here, sell side here. Again, I don't have a higher time frame, like clear view on where price wants to go. It can go either up or down. So I'm neutral, so just a little bit harder to see if you're neutral or you can't see like a one-sided view on the higher time frame, then it's just harder to know when it's a market structure shift and when it's just a run on stops. That is the only thing. So fair value gap, bearish order block, inversion fair value gap. Sort of ticking my boxes at the minute, showing me that it wants to go lower. Let's take a look at dollar. Dollar still got this low potentially to take out, so it could still shoot make EU go higher. But yeah, there's more buy side at this here, this blue line. So just try and think, people have sold this, all of this, where they're going to move their stops to. So they've moved their stops here, 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 and here. So that's where it's going to be targeting. At the minute, higher time frame bullish. It's hard because I don't want to say catch the bottom on euro. So I don't want to catch the bottom on euro. It's even this here, this low here. I don't want to say that this is the bottom, so it's going to run up and take this high, because price on the monthly has ran into this consequent encouragement here. On the weekly, it's taken out buy side and into the CIBI, so I traded lower. Daily, there isn't really much inefficiency here, which is why potentially why price is just trading. It's trading inside this bearish order block here. If price closes above this consequent encouragement of this wick, then potentially that would make me go bullish on the high time frame, which is daily. So we could potentially see that run. So literally just got to be really patient. And if price even pulls lower, then that doesn't mean if it rejects it from here, that doesn't mean I'm short either. So I've just got to be patient, really. So if we're in the 4 hour here, it's been trading inside this CIBI here. So it's literally just been trading inside the CIBI for about nearly 10 days now. So just trying to trade into this is you're just going to get chopped up, or they're just going to be low probability trades. So that's just my opinion anyway. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to trade, because even if you think this is like a silver bullet here or here, it's just going to be tough to you could potentially get chopped up. Like I said, people have just sold this from here. There's buy side liquidity up here. I think the market's just going to want to run and take these out here. GU GU drop lower. Let's take a look. Again, there's not really too many inefficiencies here. It dropped lower, taking out a bit of sell side. Here is a breaker there. Low, high, lower, low, high, high. So this becomes a breaker. Fair value gap, taps into the fair value gap and the breaker to run high. So that'd be, if you're looking for longs, that's the setup there on GU. Look at the 1 minute. Just try and use the sell side of the curve here. A little bit sloppy in my opinion. You can see this one here potentially. Draw that across. Respected it nicely there. Once it broke above, tap back into the breaker, then breaks above, and that's a support here, and then starts trading higher. Bearish order block here. So here, bearish order block. Once it breaks above, acts as a bullish order block, and then to run higher as well. So that's what I see. Those are the things you want to be looking for and respecting, so you can be confident in holding your trade. But again, it all comes down to the higher time frame first. You just need to know where the higher time frame wants to go, and if you know where the higher time frame wants to go, then it's simple. Just finding the setup. Time, then price. So it's simple. Mitigation blocks. You can use mitigation blocks as a draw liquidity instead of an entry, but no, not really. I don't use mitigation blocks as much. I see them when they're there, but I wouldn't use it as an entry or anything like that. That's just ICT. So same with volume imbalance. It's like the least drawn liquidity. Not too much, as in like the opening price. No, not so much with Judah swings for me. I mean, if it's there, it's there. But sometimes, like if you're really bullish on the day, it would literally open, drop the teeniest bit lower in Asia, and that's when I'll be asleep, and then it'd be pushing up higher. So then sometimes people would be waiting for it to go back below the midnight opening price, when it's just never going to do that. But if it's there, then it's nice. Like, where is it? It'd be here, isn't it? So midnight opening price be there, somewhere around there to say. So anywhere below here is a discount, isn't a discount. So that'd be nice. Let's see if we want to get down into this. This is a discount array, so from the low to the high. Low to the high. This is a discount array here. Then I just found on 2 minute, there's that BISTY here with sell side, so potentially first draw, second draw down here. So let's just remove this as well. This here, I'd like to see is a bearish order block now. So it was a bullish order block. Let's see if it acts as a bearish order block. And if it does, let's just get the mean threshold as well. Don't want to see price close above the mean threshold. And if it doesn't, then it tells us that it's even more bearish and it's going to run. Little fair value gap there as well. take a look at this consequent encouragement this wick. Price didn't get close to that there. Right, so it's now trading inside this bitty here. Don't want to see price respect this. So it has closed below the consequent encouragement, which is a good sign. Bearish order block. Don't want to see it really close below this, above this wick. So let's see how it plays out in the next 2 minutes. Don't want to see price bounce on this. If it bouncing off this on this and it closes above this wick, then potentially you can see it start running higher. But it can bounce and then pull lower, add to the inversion, and if it does that, then I'll be confident for it to run lower down here, over down here. So if it closes below this, and then now I don't want to, if it closes below that, I don't want to see the mean pressure, the consequent encouragement, sorry, get closed above it now. And if it takes this sell side, I'll probably expect it to just immediately run into this. That's what I'll be expecting. Yeah, my week's been good, man. Took one trade this week and it was actually a loss. But yeah, doesn't matter too much. But my month's been pretty decent, so if I take one more loss in a row, so if I take 2 losses, then I'll just step back and just reevaluate the high time frame. It's just all about high time frame. I'm not 100% confident in where the high time frame wants to go, and yeah, that's why I took the loss, I guess. But yeah, just been very slow. So it's taken this bit sell side. I want to see price. If price does come up to this bearish order block, then I want to see immediate reaction lower. Don't want to start seeing it play about. These are the things I want to be looking for me to like want to hold these trades. So immediate reaction. Don't want to see price close above the consequent encouragement of this inversion fair value gap now. Yeah, it's got to be, man. I mean, you can do like 2 trades a month and you'd be decent, you know. People don't understand that. You can do 1 trade a month, make 3%. You could just wait for that A class setup. You can do 2 trades a month. Like, depends what sort of person you are as well. There's people out there doing like 10 trades a day and just come off 1% up, when you can just do 1%. You can do 1 trade a week and make 2% more than that person doing about 50 trades in that week, you know. But then there'll be another time when I could clearly see on the high time frame where price wants to go, and I'll be killing that week. I'll take like 4 or 5 trades in that week. Like this is the time when it's just, you got to be really patient, sit on your hands, because people are going to be losing a lot of money. And when it comes to like the good trades, people won't be able to get back into the market. But if you've been patient, then you can just go for that. So many times that I used to if I took a loss, then I'll try and get back in, take another loss, get back in, and then the next day or the next week there'll be such a nice trade like set up. Then I'll make like 3 to 4% up, but I'll be only up like 1% because I took like multiple trades, and I'll be like, well, if I just took that 1 loss, then I'll be up 3% instead of like 1%. So I just always got to be patient. Yo, how you doing, man? Let's take a look at NASDAQ. This is a decent setup, but just didn't get to it. So made a high, a low, high, high, low, low. So this is a breaker. If you trade breakers, then you would have got in. So breaker, fair value gap, it's a silver bullet, just missed, or you wouldn't have got entered for it to run for sell side. Bissy here. Could potentially start trading higher now for these relatively equal highs, because I'll be bullish on NASDAQ. So anything running lower is just running back to a discount array or sell side. So bullish order block here, did it tap into this? Tapped into the bullish order block, pulled up higher, breakaway gap, bullish order block, fair value gap. Good start trading higher now. You're in the CB here. Let me remove that. Yo, how you doing, man? We went through a trade setup, but yeah, no, we just take reading. So just reading the market. But hope you well. Hope you well. Let's see if Nasdaq wants to run this highs. Let's see here. So EU's closed above this SIBI here. Get the consequent encouragement here. And it has closed above consequent encouragement this wick, so potentially you can see start trading back up. Potentially into this SIBI. But yeah. Depends on your win rate and your strike rate. I mean, yeah, it all depends on your trading plan, how you trade. Like, trading 1% is good. Trading 0.25% is good. Trading 4% is good. It just literally just depends on the trader itself. Yeah, 0.5% is good as well. I mean, you just go to the point where, as long as when you're taking a trade, your emotions doesn't get involved, that's when you know you're trading like with the right amount. If you start trading 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, and you start worrying about the money, worrying about how much loss you're in, that's when you start viewing the market differently. But yeah, if you guys have read the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, he says in there it's a really good thing. It's if you're trading, say you're trading long, and you put your emotions in there, then your brain will protect you from viewing anything that looks short. So if you're long, you think the market's going to go long, your brain will block out anything that shows you that it's going to go short, because it's protecting you from getting hurt. And once you're out of the trade, like if you've ever been in a long, once you're out of the trade, you see how clear it was with short setup. That's because your brain was protecting you from getting hurt. So potentially bringing in your emotions by risking too much, you're going to see the market differently. My Discord channel, I think it's just called Jack of Trades. I'm not sure. You might be in the wrong. I don't know what Discord you're in, bro, but unless I have called it that, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Discord is a link in my YouTube. So euros ran back into this 2 minute discounted array, sell side. Next draw will be down here. So you can sort of see by looking at the buy side of the curve, sell side of the curve, how this bullish order block where it bounced, tapped into it, ran up, draw that across, it bounced, pulled into that, and pulled lower. Yeah, you can take entries using mitigation block, but it's just, I don't know, I haven't had too much experience to say about it, so yeah, I haven't had too much experience on mitigation blocks, so I can't really say. But you can take entries on there. But it's more used as draw liquidity. ICT says less on the entries for mitigation blocks, more of draw liquidity. Yeah, back into this daily BSC for dollar. Again, still showing support here. Showing support. So if it's showing support, then potentially wants to go higher, which sends euro lower. So it's just like neutral for me. Keeps going back and forth. So definitely going to sit on my hands until further notice, until I can see it clear where price wants to go to. But yeah, I'll probably call that the stream. Hope you guys did enjoy. Nice little move. Hope you guys learned something. But yeah, I enjoyed chatting out with you guys. Yeah, if you want me to be live tomorrow, I'll be happily go live. Same time. Again, I don't think the market's going to do too much if it's still in that range. But hopefully something happens. Let me just see if there is any news coming out as well. Yeah, there is news coming out as well, 3 PM, so it'll be quite good. So yeah, we can watch the news live. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. You're welcome, bro. Bitcoin looks good in 5-minute time frame. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at Bitcoin. I mean, I know it's at like 63k, but I haven't looked at it as in price action. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be live again tomorrow. Feel free to join the Discord, link in the YouTube. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Take care.